Question 1. Topic: Commercial auto insurance. A Kansas-based logistics company operates a fleet of trucks primarily for transporting goods. The company's business auto policy (BAP) includes the Symbol 7 designation for covered autos. Which of the following situations would NOT be covered under this policy? A. A truck owned by the company is damaged in an accident while transporting goods. B. A leased truck used for a one-time delivery is involved in a collision. C. A personally owned vehicle used by an employee for occasional business errands. D. A newly acquired truck purchased after the policy's effective date is damaged in an accident and the company did not notify the insurer within the required period. Answer: D. Explanation. Symbol 7 in a BAP refers to specifically described autos, meaning only vehicles listed on the policy's declarations page are covered unless specific endorsements or provisions apply. A is covered because the truck is owned by the company and listed. B might be covered if the policy includes an endorsement for leased vehicles under Symbol 8 or 9. C would generally not fall under Symbol 7 but might be addressed through a drive other car endorsement. D is correct because newly acquired vehicles require timely notification to the insurer under Symbol 7 and failure to comply excludes coverage. Question 2. Scenario-based. Topic: Risk management. MS. Rivera owns a manufacturing company in Kansas. Recently, a fire caused significant damage to a portion of her facility, and she wants to minimize future risks. She consults an insurance agent about ways to manage these risks. Which recommendation would most effectively address her concerns? A. Purchase a commercial umbrella policy to extend liability coverage limits. B. Implement safety protocols and regular fire drills, and purchase a broad form property insurance policy. C. Opt for a higher deductible on her property insurance to reduce premiums. D. Invest in inland marine insurance for her inventory during transportation. Answer: B. Explanation. A does not directly address fire risk but rather enhances liability coverage. B is the best solution as it combines proactive risk prevention measures, safety protocols, fire drills, with a comprehensive property insurance policy that covers a wide range of fire-related damages. C addresses cost management rather than risk mitigation. D applies more to transportation risks and does not address facility fire risks. Kansas insurance laws emphasize loss prevention and safety measures alongside adequate insurance to reduce exposure to claims. Question 3. Topic: Claims handling. Which of the following is an example of a bad faith claims handling by an insurer under Kansas regulations? A. The insurer denies a claim after investigating and finding no coverage under the policy. B. The insurer delays processing a legitimate claim for months without providing any updates or reasons. C. The insurer requests additional documentation to substantiate a claim. D. The insurer provides a lower settlement offer based on documented depreciation of the insured property. Answer: B. Explanation. A is a valid denial based on policy terms. B is an example of bad faith, as Kansas law requires insurers to act promptly and fairly when handling claims. Unjustified delays violate the Kansas Insurance Code and the Unfair Claims Settlement Practices Act. C is standard procedure and permissible if additional documentation is genuinely needed. D is allowable if the depreciation is accurately calculated and communicated. Kansas statutes require insurers to adhere to ethical standards and ensure claims are resolved efficiently and in good faith. Question 4. Topic: Property insurance. Under the building and personal property coverage form, which of the following losses would NOT be covered without an endorsement? A. Damage to the building caused by a covered peril such as fire. B. Spoilage of perishable goods due to a power outage off premises. C. Theft of business inventory during a burglary. D. Vandalism causing structural damage to the insured premises. Answer: B. Explanation. The building and personal property coverage form provides coverage for damage to the building and contents due to covered perils like fire. A. Theft. C. And vandalism. D. Spoilage of goods due to an off-premises power outage. B is typically excluded unless the policy includes a specific spoilage endorsement. Kansas insurers must clearly outline policy exclusions and available endorsements per state regulatory guidelines. Question 5. Scenario-based. Topic: Liability insurance. Mr. Walker operates a small advertising firm in Kansas. One of his clients files a lawsuit alleging copyright infringement in an ad campaign. Mr. Walker has general liability insurance with coverage B for personal and advertising injury. What will the insurer most likely do? A. Deny the claim because copyright infringement is excluded under coverage B. B. Defend Mr. Walker against the lawsuit but deny coverage for any damages awarded. C. Provide coverage for both defense costs and damages awarded, subject to policy limits. D. Deny the claim because advertising injury does not include copyright issues. Answer: C. Explanation. Coverage B under general liability insurance typically includes advertising injury such as copyright infringement if it arises from the insured's advertising activities. A and D are incorrect because copyright infringement is often covered under advertising injury unless explicitly excluded. B is incorrect because defense and damages are usually both covered under this provision. Kansas regulations emphasize that policyholders must be provided a defense for claims falling within the scope of their policy. Question 6. Topic: surety bonds and fidelity bonds. Which party in a surety bond agreement is responsible for fulfilling the obligation that the bond guarantees? A. Obligee, B. Surety, C. Principal, D. Beneficiary. Answer: C. Explanation. The principal is the party obligated to perform or fulfill the terms guaranteed by the bond. The obligee is the entity requiring the bond, often the party receiving the performance. The surety provides the financial backing and guarantees the obligation if the principal fails. The term beneficiary is not typically used in the context of surety bonds. Kansas law mandates clear definitions of roles in surety agreements to ensure contractual obligations are understood. Question 7. Topic: Kansas-specific regulations. In Kansas, under the Fair Access to Insurance Requirements (FAIR) plan, which type of risk would likely not qualify for coverage? A. A residential property located in a high-crime area with a history of insurance cancellations due to prior claims. B. A commercial property that the owner has neglected, resulting in significant structural damage. C. A home located in a rural area with limited access to firefighting services. D. A property owner with no prior insurance seeking coverage for a single-family home. Answer: B. Explanation. The FAIR plan is designed to provide coverage for properties that cannot obtain insurance through the standard market due to location or risk factors. They and C are typical candidates for the FAIR plan. B is excluded because the FAIR plan does not cover properties that are poorly maintained or present a higher risk due to neglect. D qualifies as FAIR plan coverage is available for first-time policyholders meeting other requirements. Kansas FAIR plan regulations emphasize coverage availability for high-risk properties while excluding negligent or intentional risks. Question 8. Topic: business owners policy. Which of the following is not as standard coverage under business owners policy? BOP. A. Liability coverage for slip and fall accidents on the business premises. B. Coverage for employee theft of cash and securities. C. Property coverage for the business building and contents. D. Business income coverage for lost revenue due to a covered peril. Answer: B. Explanation. The standard BOP includes liability coverage, A. Property coverage, C. And business income coverage, D. B is excluded as employee theft is typically not covered unless a specific crime endorsement is added. Kansas insurance statutes require clear explanations of included and excluded coverage in policy forms. Question 9. Topic: commercial inland marine insurance. Which type of commercial inland marine coverage would best protect a contractor for tools and equipment used at various job sites? A. Builder's risk coverage. B. Equipment floater. C. Valuable papers and records coverage. D. Installation floater. Answer: B. Explanation. An equipment floater provides coverage for tools and equipment used in multiple locations, making it ideal for contractors. A. Applies to buildings under construction. C. Covers documents, not physical tools. D. Applies to materials installed at a job site but not portable equipment. Kansas insurance laws require inland marine policies to clearly define the scope and limitations of coverage. Question 10. Scenario-based. Topic: claims handling. MS. Patel, a Kansas business owner, files a claim under her commercial property insurance for storm damage to her building. The insurer disputes the claim amount and offers a much lower settlement. Which action should MS. Patel take to resolve the dispute? A. Accept the insurer's settlement offer to avoid further delays. B. File a complaint with the Kansas Department of Insurance. C. Invoke the appraisal clause in her policy for a fair valuation. D. Hire a public adjuster to negotiate on her behalf. Answer: C. Explanation. C is the correct option because most commercial property policies include an appraisal clause allowing disputes over claim amounts to be resolved by independent appraisers. A is unnecessary without exploring other options. B is possible but is more appropriate for bad faith issues, not valuation disputes. D. Can help but may not lead to binding resolution like the appraisal clause. Kansas law supports policyholder rights to invoke policy provisions like the appraisal clause for equitable claim resolution. Question 11. Topic: Commercial auto insurance. Which of the following is an example of a vehicle that would be classified as mobile equipment under a business auto policy? BAP. A pickup truck used by a landscaping company. B. A forklift used exclusively on the insured's premises. C. A delivery van used for transporting goods. D. A food truck operating daily in various locations. Answer: B. Explanation. Mobile equipment refers to machinery or vehicles primarily used off-road, such as forklifts. B. Vehicles like trucks and vans. A, C, and D are considered autos under a BAP because they are designed for use on public roads. Kansas BAP provisions follow the ISO definitions of auto and mobile equipment to classify vehicles for appropriate coverage. Question 12. Scenario-based. Topic: Claims handling. Mr. Jenkins, a commercial property owner in Kansas, files a claim after a windstorm damages his office building. The insurer determines that the damage is only partially covered under the policy's causes of loss. Broad form. What should Mr. Jenkins do to verify the claim decision? A. Review his policy to understand the covered perils under the broad form. B. Hire a contractor to repair the damages and submit the invoice to the insurer. C. Accept the insurer's decision and move on to avoid complications. D. Request an expedited settlement process from the insurer. Answer: A. Explanation. Mr. Jenkins should first understand what the policy covers by reviewing the broad form. B. Is premature without confirming coverage. C. May lead to undercompensation. D. Is not applicable to coverage disputes. Kansas law mandates transparency in coverage explanations, and policyholders have the right to request clarification of claim decisions. Question 13. Topic: Commercial crime insurance. Under commercial crime policy, which of the following scenarios would be covered? A. An employee unintentionally damages office equipment. B. A thief steals money from a locked safe during business hours. C. A competitor hacks the business's computer system and steals data. D. A fire destroys company records and cash. Correct answer: B. Explanation. Theft of money from a locked safe. B. Is covered under the theft, disappearance, and destruction insuring agreement. Employee errors. A. Are not covered unless specifically endorsed. Cyber incidents. C. Require separate cyber liability insurance. Fire damage. D. Falls under property insurance, not crime coverage. Kansas insurers must ensure clear communication regarding the scope of commercial crime policies. Question 14. Topic: Liability insurance. Which of the following is typically excluded under coverage? A. Commercial general liability CGL policy. A. Bodily injury caused by a defective product manufactured by the insured. B. Property damage to a customer's building caused by the insured's negligence. C. Bodily injury to an employee while performing job duties. D. Property damage caused by an insured subcontractor. Answer: C. Explanation. Employee injuries. C. Are excluded under the CGL policy and are covered under workers' compensation. A, B, and D are typically covered under coverage for bodily injury and property damage. Kansas laws require insurers to provide a summary of exclusions within policy declarations. Question 15. Scenario-based. Topic: Farm insurance. MS Green owns a farm in Kansas and has a farm insurance policy. After a lightning strike, a barn and stored hay are destroyed. Which part of her policy will most likely cover the loss? A. Farm property coverage for the barn and hay. B. Farm liability coverage for the loss. C. Special endorsements for equipment damage. D. Crop insurance for harvested crops. Answer: A. Explanation. The farm property coverage portion covers damage to structures. E.g. barns and stored items. G. Hay caused by covered perils like lightning. A. Liability coverage. B. Applies to third-party claims. Equipment endorsements. C. Are not applicable to buildings or stored hay. Crop insurance. D. Applies to growing crops, not harvested hay. Kansas-specific farm policies adhere to ISO standards for coverage definitions. Question 16. Topic: Business owner's policy. Which of the following is a common additional endorsement to a business owner's policy? BOP. A. Ordinance or law coverage. B. Pollution liability coverage. C. Cyber liability coverage. D. Flood insurance. Answer: A. Explanation. Ordinance or law coverage. A. Is a standard optional endorsement to address compliance with updated building codes after loss. Pollution liability. B. And cyber liability. C. Typically require separate policies. Flood insurance. D is excluded unless purchased through the NFIP or another policy. Kansas insurance regulations ensure transparency and optional BOP endorsements. Question 17. Topic: Commercial inland marine insurance. A contractor installs HVAC systems in commercial buildings. Which inland marine coverage best protects the HVAC equipment during installation? A. Builder's risk. B. Installation floater. C. Equipment floater. D. Transportation insurance. Answer: B. Explanation. An installation floater. B. Covers materials and equipment being installed at a job site. Builder's risk. A. Covers the building under construction. Equipment floaters. C. Cover tools but not installed equipment. Transportation insurance. D. Protects goods in transit, not installation. Kansas contractors benefit from inland marine insurance tailored to specific risks. Question 18. Scenario-based. Topic: Risk management. Mr. Rivera owns a manufacturing plant in Kansas. After analyzing risks, he implements sprinkler systems and an employee safety program. Which risk management technique is he using? A. Risk avoidance. B. Risk transfer. C. Risk reduction. D. Risk retention. Answer: C. Explanation. Installing sprinkler systems and safety programs reduces the likelihood and impact of risks. C. Risk avoidance. A. Involves eliminating the risk entirely. Risk transfer. B. Would involve purchasing insurance. Risk retention. D. Means accepting the risk without mitigation. Kansas insurance guidelines emphasize educating businesses on risk mitigation strategies. Question 19. Topic: Kansas-specific regulations. Under Kansas law, which of the following statements about cancellation of a commercial property policy is true? A. Insurers may cancel policies at any time without notice. B. A 10-day notice is required for cancellation due to non-payment of premium. C. Policies cannot be cancelled within the first 60 days of coverage. D. Cancellation for any reason requires a 60-day notice. Answer: B. Explanation. Kansas law mandates a 10-day notice for non-payment cancellations. B. And a 30-day notice for other reasons. A and D contradict state regulations. Policies can be cancelled within 60 days but require proper notice. C. Kansas statutes prioritize fair notice to policyholders for cancellations. Question 20. Topic: Liability insurance. Which of the following describes the purpose of a commercial umbrella policy? A. Provides excess liability coverage above primary insurance limits. B. Covers property damage not included in a standard policy. C. Replaces a commercial general liability policy entirely. D. Covers employment-related claims like discrimination or harassment. Answer: A. Explanation. Umbrella policies provide additional liability coverage above the limits of underlying policies like general liability. A, B, and D describe other policy types. Umbrella policies supplement rather than replace. C. Primary insurance. Kansas law ensures clear distinctions between policy functions to prevent misunderstandings. Question 21. Topic: Homeowners insurance. Under Kansas homeowners insurance regulations, which of the following perils is typically excluded under a standard homeowners policy? A. Fire. B. Theft. C. Earthquake. D. Windstorm. Answer: C. Explanation. Earthquakes C. Are typically excluded and require separate endorsement or policy. Fire A. Theft B. And windstorm D. Are standard covered perils in homeowners insurance. Kansas insurers must clearly disclose exclusions, including the need for optional earthquake coverage. Question 22. Scenario-based. Topic: Commercial auto insurance. A Kansas-based delivery company is reviewing its business auto policy back. One of their trucks is involved in an accident while delivering goods. If the driver was not listed as an authorized driver on the policy, what action might the insurer take? A. Deny the claim outright due to driver ineligibility. B. Pay the claim and charge a higher premium at renewal. C. Cover the claim but cancel the policy immediately. D. Require the business to repay the claim amount. Answer: B. Explanation. Most Kansas BAPS allow for permissive use, meaning the driver does not need to be explicitly listed. However, insurers may adjust premiums at renewal. B. Outright denial. A. Or cancellation. C. Is rare unless there's fraud. Repayment demands. D. Are uncommon unless there's material misrepresentation. Question 23. Topic: Workers' compensation in Kansas. Which of the following employees is exempt from workers' compensation coverage requirements? A. A part-time office assistant working for a corporation. B. A farm worker employed on a family-owned farm. C. A full-time retail worker at a large chain store. D. An independent contractor hired for seasonal construction. Answer B. Explanation. Kansas law exempts farm workers on family-owned farms. B. From workers' compensation. Corporate employees A. And retail workers C. Must be covered. Independent contractors D. Are not employees and are typically excluded unless explicitly covered. Question 24. Topic: Inland marine insurance. Which type of inland marine policy would best protect a photographer's camera equipment while traveling for work in Kansas? A. Equipment floater. B. Installation floater. C. Bailey's customer policy. D. Builder's risk policy. Answer A. Explanation. An equipment floater A. Covers movable property like cameras. Installation floaters B. And Bailey's policies C. Are for specific situations. Builder's risk D. Is unrelated to photography. Kansas agents often recommend inland marine policies for high-value portable equipment. Question 25. Scenario-based. Topic: Property insurance. A Kansas business experiences a fire that damages its office and temporarily halts operations. Which coverage under its business owner's policy BOP will cover the loss of income during the shutdown? A. Property damage coverage. B. Business income coverage. C. Extra expense coverage. D. General liability coverage. Answer B. Explanation. Business income coverage. B. Compensates for lost income during covered interruptions. Property damage A. Repairs the physical damage. Extra expense C. Applies to costs incurred to continue operations. General liability D. Is unrelated to income loss. Kansas BOPs commonly include business income coverage as standard. Question 26. Topic: Umbrella insurance. Which of the following is TIUE? About a commercial umbrella policy in Kansas. A. It covers risks that are excluded in primary liability policies. B. It increases the limits of underlying liability coverage. C. It replaces the need for a commercial general liability policy. D. It applies only to property damage claims. Answer B. Explanation. Umbrella insurance provides excess limits. B. Above primary policies. It does not cover exclusions. A. Unless specifically endorsed, it supplements rather than replaces. C. Existing policies. It covers liability claims, not just property damage. D. Question 27. Topic: Commercial general liability. Under commercial general liability CGL policy, which of the following damages would NOT be covered? A. Bodily injury to a customer caused by a slip and fall on the insured's premises. B. Property damage to a neighboring building caused by the insured's operations. C. Punitive damages awarded for gross negligence. D. Advertising injury caused by an unintentional copyright infringement. Answer C. Explanation. Punitive damages C. Are generally excluded in Kansas and most jurisdictions. Bodily injury A. Property damage B. And advertising injury D. Are standard CGL coverages. Question 20. Scenario-based. Topic: Kansas auto insurance regulations. A Kansas driver with minimum liability limits causes an accident. If the damages exceed their coverage limits, what is the driver's financial responsibility for the remaining costs? A. The driver is not responsible for any costs beyond policy limits. B. The driver must pay the remaining costs out of pocket. C. The driver's insurer will cover the remaining costs. D. The state will provide additional coverage through the Kansas Insurance Guarantee Association. Answer B. Explanation. Kansas drivers are personally responsible for costs exceeding their policy limits. B. Insurers only pay up to policy limits. C. And the state does not cover excess costs. D. Question 29. Topic: Flood insurance. Which of the following is TIUE? About flood insurance in Kansas. A. It is included in standard homeowners policies. B. It must be purchased separately through the National Flood Insurance Program (NFIP). C. It covers all water-related damages, including pipe bursts. D. It is mandatory for all Kansas homeowners. Answer B. Explanation. Flood insurance must be purchased separately through the NFIP or private insurers. B. Standard homeowners policies exclude flood damage. A. It does not cover non-flood water damage. C. And it is not mandatory. D. Question 30. Topic: Insurance fraud. Which of the following actions is considered insurance fraud under Kansas law? A. Reporting a legitimate claim for storm damage. B. Overstating the value of damaged property to receive a higher payout. C. Asking an insurer for clarification on coverage limits. D. Negotiating with an insurer for a fair settlement. Answer B. Explanation. Overstating claims. B. Is fraud under Kansas law. Legitimate claims A. And negotiations. D. Illegal. asking for clarification. C is ett standard policyholdere.